Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, 959ers. I am in South Carolina and in a positive state, and I hope you are as well, wherever you are in the world. There's people here from all over. I am grateful for the fact that you're here, but even more grateful for the fact that you are looking to get better at what you do, how you do it. This morning, I was speaking with my wife, the great Jen Gittimer. You want to come over and say hi, honey?
I would love to. I'll be right over in just a minute.
Yeah. She just stepped out of the shower. Okay. I think that I think that there's an awful lot of things happening. It seems like the world is kind of in a mishmash at the moment, but I don't pay attention to the world. I'm in my world. We have an event coming up in Charlotte that you need to register for. Someone will put the link up this morning, I'm sure. But Jim made a reel this morning about practice. And I don't know whether you follow her or not on Instagram, but you should. Jen Gittimer. And she talked about the importance of practice so she could get better. And it dawned on me the old bullshit line of practice makes perfect. And then the gurus of practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Both of those, all three of those are bullshit. And the reason they're bullshit is because you're not going to get perfect at something. I'm, pitch for 20 years and never pitch a perfect game. Never. And the ones that do make history, they go in the Hall of Fame. So I'm challenging you that practice makes you better. That's it. And the more you practice, the better you become. I practice selling, I practice calling, I practice writing, I practice being a dad, I practice everything. And if you want to look for advice on it, if you're looking to be a great writer, then hang around great writers and practice writing. Yeah. Oh, Jen. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
What a nice couple we make. I know. So
practice getting dressed.
So Jen is going to go to a potential dog holder and taking our dogs to make sure there's a fit. See, when you have dogs, Jen, Charlie's limping.
Okay.
When you have dogs, they take on your personality. They take on your whole being. And you have to decide how you want to treat them, how you want to care for them, how you want to love them, how you want to pet them, and how you want to protect them from the elements. Because sometimes doggies are just, look at this little doggy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Little Charlie, so beautiful. And dogs are your friends. They're helpless, basically. They're not going to, they're domesticated animals, and you are responsible for feeding them, training them, making them feel home, making them feel loved. Anyway, let's get back to practice. I have found that sometimes practice is a drag. People just don't want to. You want to make 100 cold calls in a day? Probably not. You want to make 50 cold calls in a day? Probably not. But what would it do for your sales skills if you could get to one person a day, then 2 people a day, then 5 people a day? It would increase your ability to communicate and persuade. I did it for years. Am I in favor of cold calling? No, I'm not. I think cold calling is a shit place to make a sale, but it's a great place to learn how to sell. And there's a trade-off. To dedicate a block of time just to practice. Just to practice. You're better, whatever you spend cold calling, you should spend an equal amount of time or double amount of time building relationships and turning them into friendships. I mean, that's the secret. If you got that, you got it. And if you don't got that, you don't got it. It's plain and simple, you don't got it. Son, if you really want something in this life, you have to work for it. Now, quiet. They're about to announce the lottery numbers. Homer Simpson. Oh my God, is that funny? You're not going to win the lottery. Just stop playing. It's a stupid waste of time and money. They're counting on you wanting to win the lottery. But if there's a million players, there's one winner. Not good odds. Well, I won $17. It's bait. Just bait. Going to be on Coach Phil. Oh, cool. That's great. The main thing to remember is that the main thing is the main thing. Groucho Marx. And how are you? How are you, Skinner? Good morning. Skinner, if you're on there right now, can you put the link in for the 3-day event in Charlotte? Let's go on Wednesday. And Ingrid, how's your third base throw to first?
Jeffrey, I just sent you the link.
Okay, we put on?
I texted you the link.
Oh, thank you, honey. And Toru is here, finally. It was 7 people in front of you, but I love it. I'm glad you're here. I'm saving your postcard forever, by the way, just so we understand each other. Big things coming. Oh, yeah. Bruce, I'm with you, bud.
I won't be back in a little bit.
Okay. I hope they like each other's dogs. They'll be smelling and barking.
Come on, Zoe. Let's go, buddy.
Oh my gosh, Kent, what's up with you, bud? It's a new day. Count your blessings. Think twice before you complain. Give more than you ask for. Do what makes you happy and enjoy life. Ariana Grande, who was not, I don't know, I gained new respect for her when I watched. What was that show that Gabby used to watch all the time?
I forget.
Tori something or other.
Yeah.
What was it called?
I forget.
Victorious?
Yeah.
Victorious. Just go watch a couple of episodes. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's a sitcom based on music, and they do one song a night. It's unreal. It's unreal how they did it. And I watched it. Gabrielle made me watch it. It was her favorite show, and I could watch it anytime. I'm not a TV person. Anyway, Ariana Grande's in there playing a very significant role of innocence. It's cool. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. The UK is here. Japan is here. Look at all the nice people that are here. It's unbelievable. I'm going to post. Let me see if I can get Jenny's thing here. There we go. I think I can put it in the comments. Go here if you want to come to the 3-day event in Charlotte. And if you're not coming to the 3-day event in Charlotte, what the hell are you thinking? Seriously, what are you thinking? It's going to be a hootenanny. I just talked to Steve Rizzo today. He's coming for sure. Just saying. If you want to see Steve Rizzo and just hang out with him and shoot the breeze and see how funny he really is and see how positive he really is, unreal. Just unreal. I'm going to put a push on this coming week. Sometimes all we need is a checkup from the neck up. That is correct. the great Doug Wing. And the Howling book is coming out soon. You want to post it up? We'll post a picture of it, Doug. Cover's looking great. You can pre-order it. Classic. Philippines is here. That's important. Duncan is here. Today I'm getting off my butts. Good. Look at all the people that are just hanging out for the hell of it here. Arizona's here. If you don't get it the first time, back up and try it again. Exactly. That's for parking spaces, but it's the same in sales and life. Good morning from my world. Yep. Always first in Yardley. Y'all need to go to Yardley. It's on the Delaware River. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful little community that's halfway between Philly and New Hope. It's just wonderful. Always be cheering for others and for yourself. Come on, comment on the Olympics. How proud is Norway of winning the gold medal count in the Olympics? That's what I want to know. I'm sure they're jumping up and down, but I mean, they're a little place. Norway's smaller than New Jersey, and it wins the Olympics, the World Winter Olympics. Come on. Practice equals progress. Now you're talking. Very well said. That is very well said. Is that your statement, Nicole? Brilliant. Practice is improvement. Think about what you can do to improve yourself if you just practice a little bit more. Practice gets you closer to perfect. Good morning, Williams. How you doing, bud? Can you call me today anytime? Coffee. I'm having a cup of coffee. You need to see that reel on Instagram. It's so funny. Greetings from Mount Pleasant. The power to question is the basis of all human progress. Indira Gandhi. Whoa. Practice equals showing up and being willing. Consider adding the concept of rehearsal as another way to practice. Okay, I'll consider that. Yeah, rehearsal is good. And then rehearsal gets all the way up the chain until you have a dress rehearsal. I love it. Smart as usual, Greg. That's if you want to get better, you got to practice. Just that simple. And maybe you don't want to. I don't understand that. Hi, Jen. Howdy, Jen. I love it. I totally love it. Good morning, my neighbors. If you watch any kind of reels on Instagram, eventually you come across the guy that's, good morning, my neighbors. Yes, I've been watching a few reels, maybe 5 minutes at a time, but preparation, patience, and perseverance. Tom Ridge's 3 Ps for his stroke recovery. Wow. Wow. I would have put positivity in there, but I'm just a P guy. Preparation, patience, perseverance, positivity. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. You don't get better in a day, you get better day by day. Jeffrey Gittimer, that is correct. Practice is a learning process. Exactly. The key to being best, being consistent and persistent in your imperfect practice. Very well said. Very, very well said. Tom Beale also said, one sentence can change your life. Depends on what you're exposing yourself to, dudes. Totally depends on what you're exposing yourself to. Tom Beale, definition of a good guy. That's all I'm saying. A real good guy. Benner, best practice benchmark or response practice function that a peer consensus has designated as best when interacting with a customer or coworker. Yeah, phenomenal. Thank you. Best practice. I think that's important and significant in the practice aura. What is the best practice? And are you practicing the best practice? That's what I want to know. Are you practicing the best practice? Answer, maybe. It's not official that you're willing to do that. You may just be practicing something that's not a best practice. No bueno. Oh my gosh. Drives me nuts when humans expect dogs to be perfect. Top athletes practice for many more minutes than the game or the competition. Yeah. The analogy I've used for years is the guy who wins the gold medal in the Olympics for a 100-meter dash runs it in under 10 seconds. How long did it take him to get ready to run that race? That's the key. My physical trainer, who became my mentor for breathing, would tell me perfect practice makes perfect. Yeah. Please stop cold calling and get a sales life. There's a better way. That's all I can stand. I can't stand some more. You know, this is so true. I'm going to talk about this in Charlotte in the 3-day because people, well, I make a lot of money cold calling. Keep doing it, dude. But I'm telling you, you make a lot of money, but you don't get a lot of friendships. You don't get a lot of long-term relationships. And if you don't do them on Tuesday, you don't make any money on Wednesday. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm anti cold calling. Please stop cold calling and get a sales life. That's funny. That is actually funny. Good morning. Thank you, Gregory. I'm hoping you show up in Charlotte. I really am. I know it's a long flight. I know it's from LA and all that bullshit, but I'm just telling you. This is the way to fly. Come to Charlotte, hang out. Wyatt will be here, Rizzo will be here, Nikita will be here. People are going to come. And they're going to be impactful. They will impact your life. Look, 3 days. In the scheme of things, very small. Very, very small. Dan Altmeyer will be here. Love it. Gregory Lynn, and Facebook user. Oh my gosh. This is the link for the 3-day event in Charlotte. If you're not going to buy it today, don't worry about it. But I would at least copy the link so you have it. It'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and go, shit, I got to go there. Much better to be referred. I concur 1,000%. This is significant. The guy who's watching Gregory Sneed's holiday video doesn't know that there were 33 versions recorded before getting it right. Huge, significant. That's significant. And other people don't know how much time you put into the practice. They just see the end result. Looks great. Same with any recording of any song by any musical group. They practice it and practice it. You can find them now all over the place on the internet. They're showing you the warm-ups and the recording sessions of especially early groups where there wasn't any overdubbing. The doo-wop songs were all sung live and into a microphone, and there might have been 10 takes, and they picked the best one. And that becomes the anthem. Oh boy. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fail. Yeah. The great Ralph Waldo. I believe we've got ourselves a hootenanny. I concur. Charles with his cat. I just want to say thank you for everything you've taught me. Greetings from Bulgaria. Wow. It's my pleasure. I have been in Sofia one time. And you know, when I go someplace, I buy something that makes me think about it. From Bulgaria, I got the greatest pair of shoes ever. Ever. And I'm grateful for it, and I wear them, and I think of Bulgaria. What else can I tell you? It's a great place, by the way. Um, I think it's very important. I'm saving this one. How would I pronounce your name in English, Bulgaria person? Isn't it crazy that a name comes up, you don't even know if it's a boy or a girl? Correct? How many people think boy? How many people think girl? And the great Ben Gay is here. Ben, how are you? I hope you're well and healthy. Ben is a master of understanding how to close a sale. That's all I'm saying. You should read his book on closing. Can't hurt you, right? Go Norge. Go Toronto. If you have a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. I am exactly. Philadelphia has checked in. Cold call here in Denver. -1 snowing. Good. That's totally cool. Oh my, look at this. Joachim's a hell of a guy. Norwegians are only complaining about the events that we didn't win. Get a bigger team. You'll win more deals. William, keep practicing, keep learning, getting better. Exactly. Exactly. Nicole Young, good to see you here once again. Cool. Blessings. Brucey, Guy, and Guy at the Y. I'm happy Norway. I had a Norway shirt on when I said you kicked the world's ass. That's cool. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna fly. It's 10:25. I got an awful lot of things to do. Calgary, Alberta is here. Sales Badger. I'm eating popcorn. Sales Badger, go find this one. I'm telling you, just go find it. I love the Sales Badger. It's funny because it's true. That's the most interesting part. Funny because it's true. I wonder when salespeople will wake up and start to get into the 21st century. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here today. And I will see you shortly. Tomorrow morning, I'm coming on with everybody, Thursday, but I'm flying back to Charlotte like really early in the morning. So when I get there, I'll be half gone. But I'll be in Charlotte tomorrow. I got all kinds of meetings tomorrow, but I will dedicate some time to you. I promise. And we'll talk a little bit more about practice because I don't think we really came up with it today. So if you're looking for something to talk to the group about tomorrow and be part of it, everyone, insiders, outsiders, sales clubbers, everybody's going to come on for free tomorrow. And let's talk a little bit more about practice. Cool? I'll be standing by. Let me get Mark Benner's thing here. I like this. John Quincy Adams quote. 1761. Isn't that crazy? How these old 300-year-old quotes are still so applicable today that people quote them, and unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Also hard to believe that everybody in those old days was in fact a British, had a British accent. I have not visited the Angkor Wat Temple, but man, do I want to. It's in Cambodia. All right, Philadelphia's here as well. I'm going to leave you with nobody today. Just think about yourselves, about your practice, about your capability of getting better, and then go out and take advantage of it because that's how you win. Cheers to you, health to you,